So there's just something a lot of people don't understand about the dark web, and that's just the fact that the dark web isn't a scary place whatsoever. As someone that's been on the dark web before, actually about 3 times in total, I've never really had a scary encounter with anything other than, like accidentally clicking on CP. Usually that's the only thing you really have to worry about on the dark web. The only thing worth worrying about is just accidentally clicking on CP. It happens to all of us. We don't mean to click on it. It just happens, okay? We don't mean to. That's pretty much the only reason you should be scared on the dark web. Now, there is the very slight and low possible chance that you'll run into a black hat hacker. That's very slim, but it's not hard to run into one. It can happen, but it also most likely won't happen. And anybody that tells you that they're a black hat hacker just by saying, "Oh, I'm a hacker, dude," it's most likely not true. Another thing that's also not true about the dark web is most YouTubers like Chills or Luxury Dark, they'll tend to fake a bunch of dark web videos because you can't buy a dark web mystery box anywhere unless you're going off of eBay, dude. You're not going to find a dark web mystery box on the dark web. I've been on the Silk Road where you pretty much can buy anything, and you can't buy that. Now, the things you can buy on the dark web may be some stolen phones, some services that most likely are scams. You can buy a lot of drugs off the dark web, and it's kind of sad that people actually turn to go on the dark web for drugs. Now, if you're to buy some drugs off the dark web, it's also probably a scam. Most likely because, well, it's the dark web. Nobody can really trace anything that happens on there, and it's just easier to get scammed on the dark web than pretty much places like eBay or just going up to a dealer in person. But another thing about the dark web is that it's extremely boring. Dude, I spent about 3 to 4 hours worth of content, and 95% of it was useless. I think I made like a 6 to 8 minute video just off of the clips that I had. Like, everything was just a bunch of dead links, dead chats. You couldn't find any actual hackers. Like, I was legitimately bored out of my mind. Like, some of the stuff that's like hyped up to be on the dark web, when you try to even find that type of stuff, it's so hard to find. And it's hard to find things like a red room. Like, those are like so hard to find. They exist, but 95% of them are about fake. The dark web, in my opinion, pretty much sucks, dude. I cannot stand being on that site any longer. I completely hate wasting time on there. Now, if you guys would ever want another stream on the dark web, I'd probably still do it just for some of you guys. I will try to explore even more parts of the dark web. Then again, I also didn't really explore all of the dark web. All I explored were some sites to buy some services, some sites to buy, drugs, and then some sites with some really messed up stuff on it, dude. That's pretty much all I went on, plus the chat rooms. But there's nothing really that interesting on the dark web. So for anyone that wants to go on the dark web, just be prepared. It's so boring. You're not gonna enjoy it whatsoever. And unless you actually, get tracked down, click on a bunch of CP, actually, get some good links, the dark web is a pretty boring and dumb place. Even on stream, when I streamed the dark web, it was so boring, dude. No, the only good thing I got from the dark web is that one pedo. That's the only thing I got. I got content out of that. A dark web pedophile. That's all I got from that. Now, that was actually pretty fun. You know what? I take that back. The dark web can have its moments, but yeah, for the most part, the dark web is completely boring. And yeah, I just really wouldn't recommend going on it. But if you do, remember, keep a VPN on. Do not enter it full screen because you will get tracked down. Make sure you have witnesses with you so you're Gucci, and that's pretty much about it.
Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications. And remember to give the homies a kiss. Mwah! I'm out. Peace.
I heard you got a new man. I heard you got a new man. Does he treat you better? Better than I did. Better than I did. Better than I did. You don't deserve anything. No, you don't deserve shit. I should've known. I should on. You let me go, leave me here by my life.